All right, we'll say Shalom. First, we want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Howard,
by
Hashem,
Yahweh
Shai.
Coming out with another sit down for you brothers out there. To all the Akim out here pushing this truth. You know, want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Keep pushing. And we're going to start off with a little scripture on, about the Akim, what's going on in the world, and, try to keep brothers' spirits up as usual. But we're going to just keep pushing this truth, and we're going to hope you brothers get edified on it.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
Yeah, and it's talking about that the hope for elect, judgment's going to start with us. Because you 2/3, your deal's already sealed. So we already know you niggas ain't going to turn back. You ain't worth a fuck. So we got to try to stay on top of things in this truth and try to stick to these commandments and things and keep from going off and fucking fighting demons all the time and praying and fasting and definitely praying for the spirit to stay on us.
Which a big part of that is doing those videos. That's why Apostles to Heart pushes for you to do those videos so you can build up the spirits of the hopeful elect out there and also build up your own knowledge in these scriptures, because that's homework. That's homework. It sharpens your sword in this truth.
And at that, any little thing to do this work, if you don't do nothing but just read for a brother, that's the least, you could be doing in this. Some brothers can't speak that well or, get nervous trying to speak. Hey, just say, hey, brother, I ain't there yet. Let me read for you at least. That's the least you could be doing.
And if a brother is truly a brother out there and is humble, you'll do what you can to help out. Like the brother just said, he's not too good at reading, so you'll have patience with him. And also just hanging out with the Akim, kicking back with him, maybe going out for a drink or some food, just doing whatever you can to keep this body strong.
Right. We get Deuteronomy 28:58. Yeah, so it's too late in the game now, Brothers need to stay on top of it. Don't throw it all away now. We too close to the finish line. It's like we was talking about earlier in the previous video, with the prophecies coming up and, shit's heating up again. It cooled off for a minute, but now shit's striking back up. So.
And the shit, it never really cools down. They just don't push it in the news that much because they want to take people's, distract their attention from it with all that bread and circus. Because what happened, here's just a quick example. You're hearing what's going on over in the Middle East, which is where that battle of the Valley of Jehoshaphat's going to take place. How these Israelis are starting to buck up to the Iranians, and the Iranians are bucking up to the Israelis and the U.S. But what happened in the news? Some dude who directed some superhero movie got fired for putting a bunch of pedophile tweets. So a lot of people are concerned with that right now because they like that superhero movie, but they're not. But their attention is taken away from the fact that their life's about to change in a very drastic manner.
Right. Is that Deuteronomy 28:58?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahweh thy power.
Yeah. Even if we are in this truth and, we strive to be that hopeful elect, we still got to try to keep these laws best of our ability, We just can't say, oh, well, we doing the work and we exempt from this, we exempt from that. No, we still got to try to rehearse those righteous acts still, We don't get no break either. Like I said, the work ain't done. We ain't getting no awards or no shit like that right now. We still in the fire. We still on trial pretty soon, It ain't guaranteed we going to be on them chariots, so we have to stay doing the work, still trying to follow the commandments best of our ability and just keep pushing.
You'll know you reached that finish line only if you got beamed up on those chariots. So until then, like the brother just said, keep pushing. And grace, this is what grace is. It's for you to get yourself up and build yourself up and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Because when you look at it in a carnal sense, what's a grace period that your landlord gives you? It's a little leeway time for you to pay off your rent. But if you don't pay that rent, what's going to happen? You're going to get thrown out on your ass. The same with this truth.
And with Jake sleep up until the last 5 minutes until he's time to be somewhere, you get Jake a week in advance. Like, Jake be here at a certain time, this and that, kind of give like an example. But Jake he got to be somewhere at 1 o'clock. He gonna leave at 12:56. You know what I'm saying?
You give Jake that leeway period, he's just gonna party for that week, having the mindset, oh, I got a little more time. I'll worry about it once it's right up on my ass.
Yeah, he gonna fuck off into the last second, like that one Jake a couple weeks ago at the camp. He was talking about, well, I'm 23 now. You know, I'm gonna wait till I'm 26 to get this truth. Man, the Most High ain't dealing with no kind of shit like that, man.
That's the problem
You know?
with a lot of you fucking you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there. You think you're doing the Most High a favor.
Yeah.
If the Most High wanted, as it says in the scriptures, he could raise up rocks to do our jobs. We're just worms. We're worms that are lucky to have become people in a sense and not be those dry bones anymore and understand these laws, statutes, and commandments and be able to do these lessons and understand this word. Y'all need to understand how much of a blessing this is to you out there that may not.
Yeah, with that, like the Most High gonna just say, you know what? I'm gonna stop all these prophecies from happening right now, and just wait on this bonehead nigga right here to get it together. You know, we ain't nothing gonna go down. We gonna put the chip off and put all that shit back on the shelf, and wait for this nigga to turn 26 to come out there and preach the word. You know, to a nigga like you, fuck you, and hope you die tonight. You know what I'm
Hope
saying?
you die a terrible death. Hope you feel it to the nerve endings.
Guns. We get that Ezekiel 94. Fucking stupid niggas, man.
God,
Man.
some fucking Jake got his ass beat down here by 2 off-duty cops, and the only thing he asked for was, oh, could I just get an apology?
Yeah.
You fucking sissy.
Yep.
God, man. Fucking Jake. You said Ezekiel.
94.
This is Ezekiel 9:4. And Yahweh said unto them, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And we know that in that Jerusalem, that's a people before it's a place. And, you know, and that's what we doing. We sighing and crying every day. You know, we gladly marking ourselves, you know.
These angels are writing down all our works.
Right, and we sighing and crying. We're ready to get out this bitch, you know. We see her, she's staggering around, she drunk, she's slipping, you know, getting back up, but
She's in that Me Too movement because she slept with a bunch of guys and now she feels like a whore after it.
yeah, so she finna, you know, she almost out for the count. She about to get popped, you know, and so
Got those bloody knees.
yeah, we ready to get at this bitch, so to speak, you know. So we constantly signing and crying, going out week in, week out, you know, cussing at you fools, trying to make sure you get it right. But we know you ain't gonna get it right, but
It's really just for the elect at this point. We're not out there to debate or hold your hand or give you a lollipop.
yeah, like the brother say, we ain't gonna debate with no niggas. We ain't gonna get together with some Kemet niggas and set a time and come out here to the park and sit out here 3-4 hours and go, you know, back and forth with all this archaeological evidence and they shit what they got. Man, fuck all that. That
Just
shit's
hitting
over
some
with.
Spike Lee movie from 1992.
Man, we ain't come out here. This ain't no fucking debate team. This is the word of Yahweh and that's it.
Mhm.
You know, there's no debate. We don't want to learn none of that bullshit you learn because half of us already, or majority of us already know that bullshit, and that's why we turned to this once we found, you know, our spirit resonated with this truth, and we finally came home to our true power.
Mhm.
So you niggas ain't teaching us nothing new. You know, we done heard that shit before and been in it. So fuck all that bullshit.
Khan, if I could just finish up in this Ezekiel, this is 9
Okay.
and 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Yeah, and that's slay that old bitch that's in the kitchen frying chicken right now, and to the little niglet that's fucking crawling around the house right now. You gonna kill his little bitch ass too, you know?
And especially use women, because a lot of brothers have been bringing up that chick in San Francisco who got stabbed to death by that Edomite. That's what's coming to a lot of you women. Slay utterly young and old women and maids. It's heating up, and you women are going to start noticing it more and more. And to you sincere women out there that can understand what we're saying, you got to get yourself under an Israelite man in the truth if you want to be saved.
Yeah, I mean,
Not saying that I or this brother may want you, but you're going to have to find somebody.
right, I mean, big deal if you turned 101 yesterday. You know, Most High give us that power today to put your ass to death. You gonna get your fucking head cut off.
The Most High may have just made you live that long so your judgment could be that much worse, where you're shaking and can't do anything while some big burly rapist comes after you
Man, and once we get the orders, your ass getting put to death, and that's all to it, you know?
without a second thought.
Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Con.
But yeah, that's the mindset of Jake, man. Just fuck off, you know, to the end. You know, the world revolves around Jake. You know, Jake say he the creator of all shit, you know. The black man's the creator of things. But you know, Jake, that philosophy is dead. You dead. And we like to say the high priest Ariah, if a nigga can't get it, we moving on. And that's exactly what we doing week in, week out. We moving on.
Like Abba Bivens said once, because High Priest Ara was telling him, man, I feel bad for these 2/3. I hope they can get it. And Abba Bivens straight up told him, fuck them.
Right?
Then High Priest Arya was later, after dealing with you 2/3, was like, you know what? Fuck them.
Exactly.
And now Apostle Dahar's saying
Yeah.
fuck y'all,
Right.
and now we're saying fuck y'all.
Right?
This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Yeah, that's why y'all say, oh, the brothers, well, y'all don't call us brothers. Y'all call us niggas. Them niggas on the street with the Bibles cussing at it. Why y'all so mad, you know?
Bumalites.
Yeah, Obama lights and, you know, shit like that. Why you so mad, you know? Because we know we oppressed. You dumb niggas don't know that, you know?
You think just because you get some welfare and a little job and some musty big booty bitch that everything's okay because what did it say? Because a gift destroyed the heart. You've gotten your consolation on this side, but we're not going to let any of that. Yahweh willing, we're not going to let any of that affect us and just endure until the end.
Right, and we, you know, that's the sad part. Of Jake don't know he oppressed, but Jake is the lowest thing on the totem pole when it comes to the social structure. You know what I'm saying?
Jake's that stud in the ground that holds the totem pole in there.
Yeah, you know, fucking diseases, the lowest net worth, fucking everything across the board.
A joke in the eyes of all these other people, even you men are a joke in the eyes of your women and your children. How can you be happy knowing that? I know you're not, but you still think you can make it.
But you niggas just happy here in fucking Babylon. Oh man, Deuteronomy 32 and 29 up. You fucking bug yourself out trying to get in Jake's mind, man. It's just.
It's a cesspit.
I know we was there before too, but we kind of knew back in the back of our minds shit wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? But you niggas ain't got a fucking clue though, you know?
We're always kind of oddballs. I didn't kind of fit in with everything because we had a different spirit from all the average person out here.
Right.
This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. Is that the right one?
Deuteronomy 32 and 9.
Oh, 32 and 9.
Yeah.
Slack. I was reading 32 and 9. This is
Okay.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 9. For Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Yeah, that one off. so like it off.
Con.
Yeah, but that was a good precept too. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it on this psalm. That was a mix up on my part.